Bitcoin halving is a planned event that happens every 4 years and affects how much Bitcoin is made. Miners use loud, special computers to solve tricky math problems. When they solve one, they get a set amount of Bitcoins as a reward, and this event occurred 3 times before. The fourth Bitcoin halving happened just after 8:09 p.m. Eastern on Friday. Right after the halving, Bitcoin's price stayed steady at around $63,000. When halving occurs, the amount of new Bitcoin created and the rewards for miners get cut in half. Since there can only be 21 million Bitcoin, less new Bitcoin being made could affect its price. That's why miners and investors pay close attention to halving events. It's a big deal because it can impact how much Bitcoin is available and its value. What happened at this halving? After this halving, the rate of new Bitcoin created about every 10 minutes is 3.125. Halving events happen after every 210,000 blocks are checked, or about every 4 years. This was part of Bitcoin's plan when it started in January 2009. When there's a halving, the reward for miners who check new blocks of transactions gets cut in half. This reward is the new Bitcoin created and given to the miner. So now miners get 3.125 Bitcoin as a reward. Besides this reward, miners also get fees from the transactions in the block they check. The latest block, the 840,000th on the Bitcoin network, was checked by via BTC. They got over 40 Bitcoin, which is worth more than $2.6 million from the reward and fees. What's interesting is that this is much more than what miners got from the blocks right before the halving. In those, miners got a little over 7 Bitcoin, worth a bit more than $450,000 in total fees. It's not clear why fees suddenly went up, but maybe people were willing to pay more to get their transactions included in the halving block. What happens next? In the past, when halvings happened, the price of Bitcoin usually went up a lot afterward. But this time, it's been different. The price of Bitcoin already went up a bunch before the halving. One reason for this recent rise in price might be because of something called spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, ETFs. These are like investments that people can buy into, and they might be having a bigger effect on Bitcoin's price than the halving event itself. Thomas Perfumo, who works at Kraken, says that this halving event is also important because it shows how Bitcoin works independently from politics. This is happening at a time when a lot of people are worried about their own money. Perfumo, who is part of the team at Kraken, explained to Bloomberg that during times when people are feeling uncertain about their regular money, like when they're worried about things like inflation, interest rates, and the overall state of the economy, they might start looking at Bitcoin as an alternative. It's like they're exploring other options to protect their finances. However, analysts at major financial institutions such as JP Morgan and Deutsche Bank have a different view. They believe that the impact of the halving event, where the reward for mining new Bitcoins gets cut in half, has already been considered in the current prices of Bitcoin. So, they're not expecting a big surge in the price of Bitcoin right after the halving. Instead, they predict that the halving might mostly affect the mining side of Bitcoin. You see, when the amount of Bitcoin that miners get as a reward decreases, some miners might find it less profitable to keep mining. This could lead to a decrease in the overall hash rate, which is the measure of how much computing power is being used to mine Bitcoin. However, even if the halving doesn't cause a huge price increase, there are still opportunities for miners to earn more money. One way is by charging higher fees for processing Bitcoin transactions. With recent developments like ordinals and Layer 2 networks, there's potential for miners to increase their revenue through these transaction fees. It's like finding new ways to make money even if the old ways become less profitable. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching the video till the end. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell to get notifications about our upcoming informative video about crypto.